You are far smarter than you can ever imagine. There is no obstacle that you cannot overcome, no problem that you cannot solve, and no goal that you cannot achieve by applying your mind to your situation. Go on and
Tweety, yes, we do have to change the flyer. Listen, I said I was gonna get with Peace and see if Peace could allow us to take another picture. But good morning, it's Monday. What up, though? What up, though? Tone is running a tad bit late, but he will be here. So now you got me and coconut meat today. Good morning. You know what coconut?
Is this because I was at the...
This is... Yes. So, as you all do not know, that white man is a nasty mother bleep. And
whoa. Wait, me?
You!
Compared to the group you had here a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
Based off of what you guys were planning and whatever you guys were doing, you're Come on, I'm nasty.
You a nasty
We're
mother?
going to one event. That
No. You are a regular in the stripper world, and I don't want to say stripper world. In the exotic world, you are. You constantly remind us that you run in those circles, sir. You nasty mother bleep. So, I saw some of your pics. Please do tell us about Exotica. Do tell me of your experience as I wait for my esteemed co-host to show up.
All right. Okay. Exotica. This was, if you don't remember, a couple weeks ago, I tried to help educate you all about something, which I'll get to. Which I'll get to later.
Okay.
So anyway, and I mentioned the fact of the event that I was going to, where you could have gotten this improper information, and the event is called Exotica. It is a adult entertainment expo. It's been going on for 15 years, and it started out in Miami, Florida, and then it expanded to be sort of like a traveling thing. They've been to Chicago for now 10 years. They've been to Portland, Oregon, Denver. They were in Dallas for one hot minute, but there were some political issues with that one. And their main stop is Edison, New Jersey.
Okay.
And up there, that's where they've really been highly known. It's a more bigger setting and stuff like that. But this year, officially we're supposed to show up last year, but this year they finally opened here in D.C.
Okay.
And they were at the Dulles Expo near Dulles Airport, and they had a really good, sizable crowd there, and they were well loved. I mean, there was a lot of people you would never expect to show up there.
Okay, who wouldn't you expect? So you don't got to give me like their position in life or anything, but like, give me an example of who wouldn't. Or
I mean, I understand certain people who would go across country to go to like an AVN, the AVN Awards, the Adult Video News Expo. I mean, people fly in from all over the world to see these adult stars, to go to Vegas. I understand that. Going to Edison, New Jersey is one thing, because mind you, it's near Atlantic City. They had it in Atlantic City a couple times, but since Atlantic City died, they've just kept it in Edison. But still, a lot of people around the world go there because of the fact that the venue is big enough to hold all that.
Okay.
I was surprised at the fact that a lot of people in the DC, Washington, D.C., as semi-conservative as D.C. is, showed up to this event. Semi. Because, like I said, Dallas, extra conservative. And like I said, there was a lot of political reasons why they'll never go back there.
What was the ratio of us and coconut meat?
Surprisingly enough, there was good amount of half. There was, you could say half and half.
Okay.
Actually, for any person listening, there was a good amount of black entertainers there. Actually, one most notable for the ladies is Mr. Marcus.
Mr. Marcus like 50 or 60 now, right?
He's that age, but he doesn't look it.
Did he have on Tim's?
He had on his Timbs. He had on his hat. He had his hat. He didn't have his Dodger hat. He had the Anaheim Angels hat, or Los Angeles
What
Angels
was his
hat.
attire like? Do tell.
I mean, it looked like, he's not
ready to
mind you, if he took his shirt off, he's not like 99, Mr. Marcus. I think he's your modern day version, but still like, this dude can still go if he wanted to.
Okay.
So I give him credit.
As long as his what's the name showed up, I don't care.
But like I said, it was a good amount of people there. There was actually a lot of good small businesses were promoted there, especially black owned or black run.
Okay.
And I give them credit. I mean, I feel like Exotica is the right place for people to properly express themselves sexually, and you get to learn proper information about certain things. Speaking of which,
it's like a big ass swinger party.
No.
Express yourself sexually, like having sex, or
no. This
come on,
be who you are, because a lot of people were dressed up in the most weird, elaborate costumes you can think of, and I think they felt comfortable enough to go to a place like that and say, hey, and not be judged, not be ridiculed or any of that nature. It's just like, this is who I am. This is the proper place to do it. This is how I'm going to do it at. And, and when they go out that door, they're going back to their normal 9 to 5, 24/7 type of job, and you wouldn't know it. So, and you got to, mind you, you'll be like, hey, look at that. But still, it's like, to me personally, I felt it's like, hey, respect to them.
He go to London. London said a lot of her friends were guesting and vending there. Silk said, from what I seen, it was a highly mixed crowd, Spanish included. I wasn't there because I'm saved.
Well, you could have been saved there because Jesus loved you. because there was those Christian people who say, hey, you will be loved here. So, and that's what it's all about. It's about being loved and being respected.
What up, though?
So, no problem.
That's okay.
So, but lastly, here's my thing. So I texted you guys over the weekend about it, and afterwards I said it's like, okay, based off of the discussion we had a couple weeks ago, I was able to get an interview with the person that we met, the Miss Pedris.
Okay.
So, so next week you will have a nice, like they do in school, wheel out the projector or the TV screen. So you'll have a nice little video of the Miss Pedris who will explain to you about pegging.
You know what's funny? Like soon as, and I think I put it on one of our pages, like as soon as that happened, as soon as that happened, there was a meme that came out, and the meme was this white guy sitting there, and she said, what's your name? He said, my name Brandon. She was like, I would have never pegged you to be a Brandon. He said, well, what I gotta do to get you to peg me? Like, he said it.
Okay.
What up, though?
What up, though?
How you feeling?
I feel better now. I'm a little more calm.
Okay. Can I get everybody right now to just do one thing for us?
Like and share this shit.
Right now.
Just like and share this shit. That's all you got.
That's it. Like and share. Stop right now. Like and share.
Good morning, y'all. Sorry for late. Police wanted to pull me over this morning because I was in the HOV trying to get here. You know what I mean? I was trying to get here quick. And nigga want to put my business all in the street. Excuse me, Kiki, but he want to put my business
in the street. I ain't like
Fucker.
it. I ain't like it.
I was able to talk to him recklessly, but be professional.
Good.
I didn't, you know what I mean?
I was sitting here having,
Who are y'all talking about?
Coconut meat.
I got something that I can want to get
with him. And this is coconut meat today.
It's coconut meat today?
Yes.
Coconut meat? Wait a minute. I didn't know coconut had meat, but there it is.
Coconut meat.
It's nice and tender.
And it's nutty and white.
It's nutty and white? Oh, wait a minute, pause.
I'm a coconut.
Pause.
I like coconut.
Pause. All right, so look, y'all. How's it?
She wants that morning wood.
We didn't get to the football yet.
We didn't get nowhere. Look,
okay, all right,
we literally.
All right, we just starting. Okay, y'all. So before we get started here, I need to. You know what I mean?
This is why I gave you this version.
Okay, well, fuck.
Real quick, so we can just get that out here in the air real quick.
Oh, let's put this in the air right now. Real Talk Uncensored. It's on fucking TikTok.
Yes, sir.
TikTok, whatever.
We on Twitter. Uncensored Show and Twitter.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So yo. Follow us every fucking where. We everywhere now, bitches.
Real Talk Uncensored Show on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook.
Yes.
And we on everything.
We on everything. Every social media platform you think of, we
Get
there.
busy.
We there.
YouTube. We on YouTube too.
We on YouTube.
We on YouTube. I forgot.
No, y'all niggas be watching YouTube. You know what I mean? Get our likes up, man. Find our page. We gotta put the information out there for the page. Like our page. You'll see all. You can review all our old shows there. You know what I mean? And new ones coming up.
Everything is Real Talk Uncensored Show on
everything.
all of them.
Doesn't say nothing.
Get with it. Like
you know what I mean? All right. So before we get to this motherfucking football shit, you know what I mean? And I see it. Detroit got their first little funky ass fucking wing. But before we get to that, I went to a concert last night that Brian was working. Was you not working the concert last night?
Yes, he was.
Was you working the R&B the DMV R&B joint?
He was there.
You were there?
Yes, I was at this concert. So
okay.
me and a few other people I know from Facebook land. I met
Joey
a
and
few
Flo, shout out to them.
Yeah, this girl China was there with her little boo joint. So we go to the concert, and I'm a little optimistic. I'm kind of happy. Mm-hmm. And then I saw, as it gets started, Silk came out, and Silk did they thing.
Not Silk.
Silk, that's what the fuck I
not
said.
Silk.
No,
you said Silk.
Not our Silk.
Not our Silk. The group Silk. You know what I mean? Like, yo, if he was on stage, he probably would have been, okay, later for that.
Thank you for that.
So Silk comes out and they perform and they go. Drew Hill came next. And I enjoyed Drew Hill.
Okay.
Drew Hill, Cisco, and Jazz. Jazz can blow. That nigga can blow.
They still got it.
Yo.
Cisco, so to me, with Cisco, when I saw him do that cartwheel
Yes.
stuff, it was funny. I told my colleague, and it's just like, I'm a 50-year-old man, can still do a cartwheel. That's how he did it.
Yo, he was cool.
He performs. He still performs as though
You know what I
he
mean?
was 20.
So now, we get through the Silk performance, and now it's next up is Genuine. Now we have to sit there a whole fucking 20, 30 minutes.
Here's how I present Genuine.
Was that you back there doing all that shit back there? That was you back there. Okay.
Why did you do that?
No. Genuine had an issue with his DJ equipment.
Yes, we sat out there for like fucking 20, 30 minutes. So you got another DJ, DJ A1. You know what I mean? Shout out to DJ, the one A1. He was all right last night. Shout him out. You know? So they come over there and fuck his shit up to try to get their shit right. Horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. It was horrible. We sat there. Now, you finally get the joint right, and it's not the greatest show on earth anymore, Genuine. Genuine. It is not. That was not the greatest show on earth. Now I get it, because at this point, you know what I mean. Your time is your enemy at this point, right? So now you have to rush through your shit to get the next person on. It was just downhill after that. I was like, this is.
I disagree on that. I'll disagree on that.
Okay.
Because Genuine, like I said, Genuine effed it up. Mind you, time wise, I agree with that. When Tevin Campbell came on,
horrible.
No. Honestly, I liked his performance.
He was stiff like a board.
No, that's
that's the one. That's the one.
I should have told you to relax.
It's been coming the whole time. It's been coming.
Well, hey.
This is the one that did it.
But I like I said, I felt like for him and his performance, mind you, because I expected him to be like that, and I was okay.
Really?
I did
He's
because
very
I didn't.
awkward.
Yeah, he's not like that. Movement and all that stuff. I kind of felt
And
okay
he was
with
12.
it. Yeah, and I felt like I was okay with his performance. I felt like it wasn't fully rushed. I felt like he played the songs that people wanted to hear.
You couldn't play nothing else. You couldn't play nothing.
But still, I felt it was okay.
Here's my other issue.
It's very Caucasian
I think a
of you.
lot of them were drowned.
I mean, how else am I going to try to get these sisters if I don't know the brothers? So,
coconut meat is trying to get out. So look, my thing is, I think a lot of them, their microphones would like the main singer, their microphones was drowned out, and the music was overbearing over there, and you couldn't really hear them that clear. You know what I mean? Especially with Genuine.
Genuine, I agree.
His backup singers' mics were louder than his.
That's probably on purpose, because them niggas probably don't
blow the way they used to be able to blow.
Keith Sweat.
I get that. Keith Sweat was drunk. Fuck him. He was fucking drunk with fucking alcohol.
He's been drunk since the verses.
Yes.
Was he worse?
He
wasn't as
he
bad.
brought his heady. Whatever he had. He had his heady.
And you can see him staggering around the fucking stage. Yeah. The nigga looked in his class and was start talking to the Hennessy. I'm like, yeah, nigga, you drunk.
Because he's 75. And for real, you shouldn't be drinking Henny straight at 75.
So
you should
ladies,
put a little water. Hey, put a little water in your Henny when you about 70.
Hold on. So now, after we get through the Tevin Campbell performance, you know what I mean? And he doesn't look the same. He's older. Yeah. But he still weighs about the same. I swear by God, he still weighs the same as he did when he was 12 years old. And niggas still gain weight. Okay. You know? Here comes Johnny Fat Ass Gill.
Oh my God!
Sit your fat ass there. Listen, Johnny. Notice this thing. Yo, you got about 1,000 fucking songs, right? Why would you sing the 2 songs that have to do with New Edition?
Because he was the lead on those songs.
Yeah, but you didn't have New Edition, would you? You should have just did some of your own shit.
Okay, with that, I kind of agree. I mean, because a lot of people, here's what happened. Thanks to Genuine, Johnny had to end his set early. And a lot of people were kind of, they figured it's like, okay, maybe he'll go because they thought, mind you, because after he did, I forgot what song he ended up having this it became Pastor Gill.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
he had his Pastor Gill.
It was like fucking the worst performance of a pastor ever.
He did tell me that.
All the thing was missing was a towel,
Yes,
and a pupil, and his as a choir behind him. Right. So
he should have. He should have. Silk. And crazy. The next time y'all want to have the pastors in service, call Johnny Gill, fat ass. He gonna set it off for you. We was in church.
Yes.
I was like, nigga, I get it to Sunday, but we here listening to sin music.
Yeah. And the sad part is, the cameraman, he mentions like, how do we go from church service to my?
Yes!
We did that, but sadly, Johnny had to go off because again, based off of time. So Keith could close out.
So here was a problem with that. So now they rushed Johnny off because you hear niggas on Genuine. I heard Genuine say, "Y'all niggas ain't gonna rush me." You know what I mean? And then you would hear people, and then Tevin Campbell was like, "Well, oh shit, I only got 5 minutes." He was rushing them all off to get drunk ass Keith Sweat on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay.
So who was the headline? Who was supposed to be the
Keith is the headline.
So now he was the problem because in between each act they had to remove shit off the stage or put shit on the stage. So you killed a lot of time by doing that because I felt you was unprepared. So now when it comes to Keith coming up there, we just sitting in the stadium. We sitting in the fucking auditorium like this.
Talking to each other, you said.
Niggas started singing.
Yep.
Motherfuckers started singing. It was like, what the fuck is going on here?
They played the DJ stuff.
Yeah,
and,
they kept cutting DJ A1 off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't a great performance. When he finally came out towards the end, Johnny came out on the stage with Keith.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean?
My
The
body.
LSG joint,
LSG.
you know what I mean? I mean,
How was that? Look,
I liked it.
Maddie said, y'all let Keith have all that time to drink.
Yes, and then you know by the time he came to the stage, he was already fucked up. You could tell by the way he was talking, he's fucked up, but he still performed. I gotta give him that. He still performed. I was looking at some of the song choices he had because I was like, I want to nitpick with this dude. Keith, let me tell you something, Keith. Let me tell you something, motherfucker. You know what I mean? You're a lucky SOB. You know what I mean? And for the suggestible music that you were putting out like that, you're, in my eyes, no different than fucking R. Kelly. You know what I mean? Hold on, I'm gonna hurt some of y'all feelings because Belle Biv DeVoe, you niggas is shady too. At that time when music was around, if you go back and listen to those fucking lyrics, they were shady. They were all talking about fucking underage women, and the only one that got caught for it was R. Kelly.
Because I was women.
You know what I mean?
Look, they was talking to me.
Speaking,
I was women.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the funny thing.
Oh my God, no!
Well, let me point this out. Let me point this out. Speaking of the ladies that were there, I saw a lot of ladies that were all dressed up like they were trying to get backstage.
I couldn't get the picture of the chick.
I'm trying to figure this out. And it's like, I'm looking, it's like,
50 years old. 50 years
you still
old.
got a shot after 30 years?
Baby.
No,
Look,
this one chick, I couldn't get a picture of her. You know what I mean? I couldn't get a picture of her clear. But this chick had on, like, it was checkerboard here, rainbow over. It was just some real loud shimmy shit.
This shit show of people that you are naming. Tevin was this. Johnny was fat. You know, blah, blah, blah was bald. Whatever. They got a shot. That old bitch got a shot. I don't care.
Oh, no. You know what I mean? Listen.
You ain't sounding like shit.
Here's what I hate. You know what I mean? And from now on, you know what I mean? Leather Pants, yes, Joey. He knows it. Leather Pants was in the building last night. I think like every other female had on leather pants.
That's true.
You know what I mean? It was just, I know your coochie was still like from under cheese under that joint. It was stinking. But hold on. So I'm sitting there, right? And you know, you're sitting on the floor. Right, and you know people going, you gotta stand up. So you know what I mean. I'm sitting there, and when certain people come out, I had to look over to my wife and say, you know what? This bitch standing in front of me is getting on my damn nerves. You ever watch that movie Shallow Hal?
Yeah.
This was the black version. I swear, oh God, this was the black version of Shallow Hal. She was built like the chick from the back, and the dude was small, like she could have picked him up and carried his little drunk ass out.
He didn't see her that way.
He obviously didn't.
Saw her as
but I saw it like that because I was like, this big bitch is blocking my fucking view with no regard behind the people behind you. Yo, when you go to a concert, let's have some fucking decency. Y'all act like a herd of fucking niggas. Like, come on, Slim. These niggas is not checking for you. You know what I mean? Thinking you. This one bitch, Genuine, coming through. You know, he'd come through the audience.
Yeah.
He's singing his little shit. This little bitch had phone problems. She was beating the shit out of her phone like, I can't get it. Y'all, it was just embarrassing. But it was a good night.
They fangirled. They fangirl. Everybody used to want Genuine. Listen, it's different. That
Niggas
pony.
was joking, saying he had the best hair in the
No, he
building.
do,
Yeah,
and it's still black. I seen it. My homegirl Tammy. Shout out to Tammy Cream. Cream was up front, like right here, where the little gate was where he was at. Because I was up all night at work, so I was looking at all y'all little videos. Appreciate y'all. Funny Joey. Funny Joey. I put a post up about Funny Joey last night. I said, thank you. I get to hear the progression of his drinks. Because at first, he was drunk. He was like, yo, hold my drink. Told his wife, hold my drink. So he started dancing. Look, I forgot who the fuck. I think Silk was out.
I'm sitting on the fucking floor looking up at Joey because Joey was sitting up over there. I'm looking at Joey, and you can see Flo was having a good time. Let me tell you, Flo was grooving for a minute because Flo did not sit down for a while. Good. She was grooving. You know what I mean? You could tell they was up there. They was having a good old time, man.
You just listen to Funny Joey, like the beginning when he's very strong in his voice, and as he's drunk,
that liquor takes over.
I was checking for it.
Thank
y'all. Appreciate y'all. Tone, really quickly. So I want to give a special shout out to Letitia Barnes and Silk. These two people are an integral part to me of when the voting process was going on. They were sharing our shit. I'm talking about Tavio told me, he's like, yo, I voted 45 times. Like, I guess however he felt like he got through, whatever. So I want to thank everyone.
Shout out to them.
That was a part of the voting process, but I wanted to give them honorable mention.
Voting is over. It's over, but we appreciate all the love and the support. We're going to see what happens on the 18th, right?
December 18th.
December 18th. Get your tickets. Come on down.
Use the code
Party
Real Talk.
with us. Use the code Real Talk. Come down, party with us. Come kick it, have a good time. You know what I mean? Chip Chat is hosting the okay. Chip Chat is we just got our tickets to get in. Chip Chat is hosting the joint. You need to check out my boy Chip Chat. He's a cool dude. We got something special for you when it comes to that show. I'm VIP access, bitch. VIP access right here. You know what I mean? So we good. These are mine, or these are yours?
Those are yours. We got 4.
We got 4.
We got 4.
Okay. See, VIP access, y'all. The VIP joints. You know what I mean? Come chill with us. I think they said we can get there like 6 p.m.
6 p.m. is pregame, and the main event is at 8 p.m.
Joey, you can come, bro. You can get the tickets. Go to the
tickets will not be sold at the door.
No, you have to order the tickets online. You cannot come to the door and buy the tickets, but you can come. You can get the tickets. Go to Rip Radio Network, the website, and check on the.
Actually, it's rippiesdc.com.
Rippiesdc.com. Rippiesdc.com.
Or you can go through the website too.
And use the code Real Talk so you can get, what is it, 5 or 10%?
$5 off.
Yeah.
$5
you get $5 off the ticket. I think the ticket is $15 or whatever it is. Yeah. Come drink, party with us. Check out the other shows. There's some really other dope shows and some dope vibe, dope people on the network that you really don't get to see all the time, but they will be in the building, y'all.
And I'm wearing pasties. I'm wearing pasties.
He
said red
you should have went to the Exotica event.
I had to work.
Nigga.
Shoot, people who work in there too.
Yeah. You cannot work at the hospital and not be in the hospital.
Hey, I saw a lot of good looking nurses out there too.
We don't really have, bro. We don't. I work night shift.
Okay,
they were working night shift too.
I forgot what the fuck I was doing, but I didn't see it till after the fact. Till they started posting pictures, I was like, "Fuck." But yeah, man, it was. But definitely check us out. Rippies, you know what I mean? It's happening. December 18th, we'll be in the building. Going for that three-peat. We're going for that three-peat. All right, let's move to football real fucking quick, Kiki. Let's get the...
Come on. Congratulations. 4?
You know what I mean? I didn't wear no motherfucking Washington because I need a name, goddammit. I was disgusted trying to keep track on the game yesterday. You know what I mean? And they was about the football team. Nigga, we need a name, goddammit.
Somebody slipped up and said, what the fuck? I don't care. I know I heard it.
Actually, have you been hearing right now the rumblings is that Commanders is going to be the nickname?
That's a shitty name.
That would be a shitty ass name. But okay, at this point we won 4 in a row. Have they been pretty wins? No, but they are still a W at the end of the day. You know what I mean? We've moved in next. Our next game is facing them motherfucking Cowboys.
This just in.
Oh God.
I've been fighting what you say? The refs gave them that game.
Nigga, don't even start that shit. Don't start that shit.
In my ear. I don't know who
told you that. I don't know who the fuck that is, but yo, a win is a win. You know what I mean?
This just in.
I mean, it's a win. It's a win. At the end of the game, at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Do we have a tall order next week? Yeah, we do. I don't know how that. I'm at the point now where I'm not going to speak on the turnout of the game because I really can't say. I'm not impressed. We have a lot of injuries, so I'm not impressed to say that we're going to beat Dallas. I'm not confident. If we do, okay. real. That's good shit. But I don't see that
None of us can really be confident because each other is doing what they need to be doing. Like now,
Yeah, we
you know
trying to get to, we trying to get to the playoffs.
Y'all,
That's just what it
y'all
is.
playing catch up like a motherfucker. I ain't
fine.
mad. I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
Hey,
I'm
we in second place.
appreciating.
Look, I can say that honestly. We in second place right now.
I'm appreciating
How
watching.
about them Eagle fans?
What? Who? Beagles.
You know what I mean?
Sheagles.
Yo, the fuck happened to the Ravens, dog?
Ooh.
Come on, B. B, what's up? What happened to the
Keep in
fucking
mind,
Ravens,
I was
bro?
working when they were playing. I saw
So
the
you didn't-
highlights. I felt like
Batman, I'm
it
going
was,
to touch that in a minute.
it was a typical Ravens Steelers game. That's all I see.
What the fuck is with the Steelers though? Like they barely.
The Steelers, like
You've been saying this.
I'm going to say this one more time. Even though they won this game, they did not look good. And I couple days, on Saturday I saw the posting that like this may be Ben's last season. No, actually,
I was gonna say,
officially
that's
it
the
will be
rumblings.
Ben's last
That's
season.
the rumbling.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's probably
So,
time.
and if that happens, then like they're gonna do probably a whole Ray Lewis thing where it's like, this is my last ride. Let's try to win this title.
And they gonna give it to him.
Yeah.
Bitch.
So, I was not with the opening drive. I was not cool about the interception. I felt like Lamar. I really think he's trying way too hard now.
That's why he hurting himself.
Yeah, so
disappointed in himself.
he's hurting himself statically, not
Yes.
not
Yeah.
physically.
Yeah, that's what I
and
mean.
I think that there are times where I felt like just go. I know you're a good, have
Do
a good
what you
arm,
know
but
to
just
do.
go. You have that opening, take it.
But he in his head.
Yeah,
He in his
he's
head.
in. Yeah, mind you, like let's say the first 3 years, it's either he'll run, fine. If he doesn't see it, he'll run. If he does, he'll pass. Second season, he was that good mixture. That MVP year, he was the good mixture of the run and the passing quarterback. Last year, he was still had that good mixture. This year, it's kind of like he wants to be the stay-in quarterback.
That's not his game.
And that's not his game, even though his coaches tell him, it's like, dude, if you see him and take it. But I feel like he could be better than that. Overall, I felt the two things that stood out to me was, like I said, the interception in the beginning, the quote-unquote interception that was turned over because of a penalty towards the end because
not the 4 from last week.
no.
Oh,
I'm not
sorry.
talking about the 4 for us. I'm talking about this game.
I'm sorry. I gotta stay in the moment. I
Yes,
worked
stay in
last
the
night.
moment. Where Avery got penalized for pass interference, and it's like, look, if two players, if the receiver and the defender are fighting for the ball, and the ball is interrupted, I'm done with this claiming that it's pass interference. It's not.
Okay.
It is like you're both fighting to try to get in position for a ball, and it deflects it off, and one of the Ravens end up getting the interception. But no, they call it pass interference, and I call that bullshit. From there, it was like, okay, and the one thing that you cannot deny of this Ravens team, of all the injuries, of all the shit they've been going through, they continue to fight. And that last drive, even though I would have settled for the extra point and go to overtime then. And then the 2, but knowing Lamar and knowing this team, they want to win, they want to beat this team, especially in Pittsburgh. I'm okay with it. It's like, all right, we'll take the L, we'll see him at the end of the year, and we'll focus on Cleveland again.
Speaking of continuing to fight.
Oh, God.
Speaking of continuing to fight.
They shouldn't even get no right. We should.
But the Detroit Lions?
Boy, stop it.
Actually, I got to give this Detroit needs this.
Oh, my God.
I like that drive.
I was hoping they was going to go under. They was just going to be
Winless?
No,
winless the
those
whole
days
season.
are over. That's over. Like, I don't know.
Yo, it was kind of close.
But you know what I said the other day? I said, once I found out that Dalvin Cook was out, I said, we winning this game. I knew it. Once I saw that, and to me, he was a key person and why that game would have been turned around. Had he been playing, he would have cooked them.
So,
Pun intended, right.
Okay. I mean,
and my Cowboys, I just want to say congrats. Both of my teams. Thank you.
all right, so I need to touch on this real quick because
Okay.
I saw Batman say something earlier. You know what I mean? Hold on. Let me get this. Clear your throat. Fuck you, RG3, you sorry son of a bitch. Fuck you,
telling
you
everything.
low-life motherfucker.
He's telling everything.
You said you were sexually assaulted. You a whole bitch. You just doing that for book sales. Because wasn't it a couple weeks ago you made a post in your uniform talking about, call me.
He did.
Nigga, you a whole hypocrite. You just trying to sell book sales, dog. You just trying to get that book money up. Fuck out of here, nigga. You a cornball. You was damaged goods from the jump.
Tell us how you
From
really
the jump, you was damaged goods, and now you thinking you was a fucking man. No, you weren't the man, Slim. You weren't the man.
He was
You had
for a
decent. You had a
second.
decent
He was.
season. You had a
He
decent
was.
season. You had a decent season.
Y'all did that to him. No, y'all fucked him up.
No, y'all.
He didn't ask to be the second coming of Christ. Y'all gave him. Y'all ducked him that.
I was against it when they drafted him. I didn't want you to draft him. I didn't want them to give everything up to draft this nigga because he was damaged goods when he was in college.
He hurt himself. He recovered.
I'll say this. I felt
Fuck him.
based
though.
off
Fuck
of yes. I'll say this. Daniel Snyder PR team, in addition to Robert's play ruined his career, and especially in Washington.
Yes.
And I felt like, if you claim that he's again the second coming and all that stuff, but really it's like, dude, he's a quarterback. You're trying to rebuild this team, but mind you, I think you gave him he gave the team some dynamic that they've been missing for a while, which I agree. So, but I've said this to many people, that game against the Ravens where he got hurt changed everything.
Y'all killed him.
Yes. That's what we always do.
At the end of the day, here's the thing. You want to expose shit, and you found a niche because, Washington was going through the scandals and all that stuff. You found a niche, a way to get in to make money. Does he even play in the league anymore? Paul?
No, he's right now he's just an analyst.
So, nigga, you're going to be a sorry analyst, and you'll never get another day. Your football days is over. You know what I mean? Your football days is over. It should have been over. But fuck RG3 for that fucking book. You're just doing it to just get some money because you're not getting. You need money, bro.
I gotta see
I'm not
this
buying the book.
I gotta see it. I gotta hear. I gotta because he says he's gonna expose everything. I
can expose
I need to
why
find
wait
out.
till now to expose everything?
Because you know why?
Why wait till now?
Because he needs some money.
Clearly, you can see there's an objective behind why he's trying to do that.
Bills is due and baby needs shoes.
But the thing is, the funny thing though is like, okay, why didn't he expose it? I mean, you probably were writing this at the time when some of the Washington Post reports were coming out. So, I mean, it to me, it's like, oh, let me get my 2 cents in.
Exactly.
Which I felt like, it's like, do we really need your 2 cents? Unless you were fully involved, which I doubt it.
Yeah, but then he was like, he was sexually assaulted and some shit like that.
Who?
But these are the reports. These
By
are the
what?
reports. These are coming out. You know what I mean? This is just to drive his fucking book sales. You know what I mean? Nigga, you a whole hypocrite because so many people have been blasting him for that shit.
Yeah.
Yo, like I said a couple weeks ago, he had his uniform. He posted a picture of him in his uniform talking about, call me. So if a team was that terrible to you and it was that bad, why are you going to beg him to call you to come back and play? Get the fuck out of here, nigga. You're a whole jerk behind that.
Hope he learned how to slide.
No, fuck him. All right. So
The verses.
The fight.
Busy Bone, you a whole busy bitch, bro.
No, Busy Bone a thug, yo. What you expect? They bone thugs. Cleveland go and so do Memphis. What you expect? And the dude told him to suck his dick. That's why he threw that fucking bottle. You cannot tell no grown man on
those
TV.
are fighting words. Those are fighting words.
Yes,
Those are
and
fighting words.
he said clearly, man, suck my dick. He was like, "Where's the water bottle at? Suck your."
Okay, so
you can't tell a grown man to suck your dick. Thank you.
Okay,
You can't.
I'm gonna go with you there. But on the same
can't.
token, you're doing a versus. You know what I mean?
He
This is what it
apologized,
is.
and then you know what? We needed that fight because that shit was dry as fuck in the beginning. Like I ain't gonna lie, 666 came out shooting came out with the cannons,
3-6
right?
Mafia, they wasn't good. It was a horrible versus. The matchup was dull. It was lopsided. You put 3-6 against Bone Thugs, you can't. You know what I mean? 3-6 is gonna wipe the floor with them every fucking time.
Because the content was off.
Exactly.
Bone Thugs was some get high type niggas, and they was some lean drinking, syrup sipping, fuck bitches, and blah blah blah. It was unequal.
So who do you put Bone Thugs against? I say you got other artists you could put
like Wiz, like people who get high, like
you
that
could
get
put
high
Bone Thugs
shit.
against Do or Die. There's a lot of different fucking groups out there that could have gave you a better versus. I would have put 3-6 against somebody else who was
A-Ball
you know
and MJG who came out there. Listen, they killed that. Like, listen, you don't like the verses. That versus was amazing. After the fight, though, it was dry as shit at first. But then, man, the features that came out, I was I had chills when they brought out A-Ball and MJG. He looked like Ronald McDonald to me.
Oh, hold on. Maddie says she can put Bone Thugs with no one.
Is that because they are the top of the...
No. Whoa, pause.
I gotta ask her, bruh.
Yeah, because I don't think she's saying.
Make it clear.
I don't think she's saying. Maddie, if you can call us real quick, man. 301-232-5700. You know what I mean?
That,
huh?
Bruh.
Okay.
Can I?
You're saying that no one can go, like, they just ain't shit, and
I'm not
they
saying that. No. I'm not saying that they ain't shit and they can't go against anyone. I'm saying if you're gonna make these fucking verses, at least match these people up properly instead of having these lopsided fucking
you
verses.
Wasn't that mad when Eve and them came in. Even Trina was so fucking unequally yoked. I was mad.
That's garbage. But that's another one that's garbage.
But this verses was like that. I don't care. Weezy, they had Wayne, they had Bro, this shit was hype.
Yo, I agree. Me and Ty Bradley agreed on this. 3-6 Mafia against UGK. That would have been
Pimp
fucking
C is dead.
dope. But you still could do it. We got a caller. Who we talking to, caller?
It's Maddie.
Hi, Maddie.
Good morning, Maddie.
Good morning, y'all. I say I don't put Bone Thugs with nobody because I don't feel like, not because they're up top. I just don't feel like it's a competition with anybody going against them, because how many of us really listen to anything that wasn't played on the radio back then as hits, like, first of the month? We got a couple of ones that we was sitting there really listening to.
Me?
Other ones we sitting here like, well, when did they make that song? I just really wouldn't put them with, I wouldn't even put them up for a versus. And if y'all remember, before they did 3-6 Mafia, they wanted Migos to go up against Bone Thugs. When Migos got on there talking crazy too, like, we gonna wipe them clear, they was like, y'all being disrespectful now. They were never a good pit for verses because they was already on some we gangsters, don't do this, we gonna like embarrass you type vibe. I wouldn't have put them up against anybody. Okay. I definitely don't think a 3-6 Mafia and Bone Thugs versus was. 3-6 is known to do different music. Like, we ready to tear the club up, and then you gonna give me first of the month. I wasn't ready to tear the club up no more. I didn't know if I was supposed to be crying for my Uncle Charles, y'all, or sitting here ready to ante up. Like, I think that was one of the most horrible things they could have done.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maddie.
No,
the vibe was
she's right, because after they got you crunk, they did slow it up. But to me, it was after the fight, because them niggas in the beginning, they had all B-side shit. Like, I don't know whose idea that was. But I'm gonna tell you, Maddie, you asked who was listening to them. I definitely was. I'm from Michigan, so they're Midwest. Michigan people in the Midwest listen to everything. Like, East Coast kind of listen to East Coast.
Pause.
West Coast.
Pause. I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna say it because I listen to everything. I started with the New York shit, and then as it progressed, there's other dope hip hop artists, and there's more than just the shit that you hear on the radio. You really get, like, if you come, I got a CD collection that's long, and I would go through everybody's joint to find and listen, and there was some hot shit that never made it to the radio.
And the reason why Midwest people did that, because we really didn't have a lot of stuff out of Midwest.
Yes.
We didn't have, until we got MC Breed and until Tupac came to Flint and all that, we didn't really have, what we had until Dayton Family and them started coming out, and Dayton Family is hot in the South.
It was a progression. It's a progression.
So we had to listen to everything to get it, to get something.
Can I, before we move on, first off, Ciroc needs to stop promoting it, or because I'm tired of drunken performers. For the last 3 verses, there was a lot of drunken performers.
That's what you're going to get now. This is what
which
they do.
Is sad.
It's nerves.
Where do you get nerves on songs that you promote? You've been singing for years
because
on.
It's been 30 years and I forgot my lines.
No, I didn't forget your lines.
You don't have to sing. You really don't have to sing. You just sort of like let the music play.
I'm reaching.
You're reaching. Yes.
Yeah. But you grasping at straws, baby.
Secondly, can we put some, get some Blue Eye Soul up in there? Can we have some Hall & Oates versus, maybe Go West? Maybe Phil Collins versus Billy Joel?
Something decent. Now, that would be a good verse. That would be a dope verse.
Their catalog is ridiculous.
Yes, yeah. I would rather, as much as I'll respect the hip hop community, but honestly, it's like,
Let's broaden our horizons.
Mind you, you're known now. The versus thing is known now, and I figure it's like you can put, these artists that we've known, especially those in the '80s, that it will be kind of interesting to see them go up against each other.
Versus just seeing hip hop. Versus just hip hop.
It's getting boring now because if you start getting to the point where you're complaining the fact it's like it's dry between Bone Thugs and 3-6, and then hearing what Maddie said about it's like, hey, Bone Thugs doesn't have to play against anybody. You're starting showing a problem, and you're running out of people you want to put out there.
I said that. As a versus battle, you really do, because they started out with R&B and stuff like that, and they shied away from that, and then all it's been now is hip hop. You know what I mean? And another good group to put. Who do you put a versus against Wu-Tang Clan? I'll wait for that.
You need somebody with that many artists who got that many breakoffs, who got that many.
Because their catalog is bananas.
NWA. That will be an epic battle. NWA versus Wu-Tang. I think that's what you're going to probably get.
The original NWA?
The original NWA. That original
lineup. Because they did break off. Everybody broke off.
Everybody broke
off. Okay, I can see that.
Just like you said, they break off, so that'll be a perfect setup.
That would be a perfect setup. You want to see good verses, but I agree with you, white man. Let's venture off into other artists, and it doesn't have to be R&B or hip hop. You know what I mean? This is what it is. Let's go. Ow. People are not agreeing with that. They're like, fuck no. But if you look at Ice Cube is a beast. Who do you in a versus? Who do you put against Cube? I'll wait.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of people. If you want to go hip hop, there's a lot of people.
You have to be careful with the matchups, though.
Make them interesting, man.
Like I was like, and this is really quickly. Then we can move on. That matchup, I was very upset with the Eve and Trina. I was very upset because Eve can go all over and Trina got one lane. Like I'm a Trina fan. I like Trina.
If that was the case, put Trina against fucking Lil' Kim and then call it a day.
Over here. Like Eve wasn't sucking dicks.
So Silk said Wu-Tang versus No Limit.
That's a lot. That's a lot. But No Limit, and Cash Money.
You have to have so now you're putting Wu-Tang, which was a group, against a whole conglomerate. That's not. They weren't. No Limit wasn't a group. I'm talking about Wu-Tang as a group. Now, if they want to separate off into their own shit, then okay, I see what you're saying. But we're talking group. But
that's how you get with Cash Money. Then Cash Money and No Limit to me.
But Cash Money and No Limit. That's the verses that I'd like to see. I would love to see that.
I would go.
You know what I mean? I would want to go to that because I think that is the verses I think a lot of people would want to see. But that's what it is. All right, Kiki.
Quick question for you.
What the fuck? This nigga found sick. Okay, we're not gonna quit.
No. Just really quickly, because the America is very upset with the whole Chris Cuomo and his brother thing, right?
Okay, yes.
They're very upset.
Why?
But let me ask you a question. If that was your fucking brother and you had the clout that you had, would you not do that for your own family? Or would you and fuck the bag up or you that nigga hanging? Take your time. White man, take this.
It's my brother. It is my brother. And I'm going to be supportive of my brother to an extent. You know what I mean? Because now your brother's out of the bag. And now your ass is out of the bag. And both of you, because you supported your brother, now you out the bag. There's other ways that it could have been done, and he could have handled it a lot differently.
Like what?
You know what I mean? I mean, like, you use your platform. You know what I mean?
And got called. He just wasn't. You think he wasn't smart about it? Because I would have done this shit.
You would have just went off. You would have jeopardized your bag.
I would have been more careful though. Like I think he.
That's what I'm getting at.
I think he thought like, yo, I am. So I didn't think
you're not though. When you say I am, but you're not. And now you know what I mean. And now you cost yourself the bag behind that. And you know what I mean.
But it's nobody in your family you would do that for. Like, because money is not everything.
It's not. It's not everything. You know what I mean?
Reputation is a lot, though, but look.
I mean, how does this affect his reputation moving forward?
Coconut meat.
Just out of curious.
I think he's going to be blacklisted.
I would not. I would never risk that. I mean, but when I think this current situation, when the pandemic hit, I think it benefited Chris Cuomo because since his brother at the time was the governor, so he had that immediate access to understanding, especially a particular city. Particular state that was going through the hardship of it. So I can understand that. but to the point where I felt like, mind you, a lot of people have the, that same, questionable scenario between the Kennedy brothers,
Yes.
and I kind of had that same familiarity. And I think for here, I mean, one being a politician, the other being a news journalist, I mean, I can understand where I feel like, okay, your political or your agendas may obscure when you have that type of
Excuse me.
Yes.
I'm interrupting you respectfully.
Yes.
This is the worst thing a politician has ever done. This is what we all up in arms about. I think it's because of the Me Too movement. I think it's because of the way the movement is going. In New York, y'all ain't holding this nigga down.
But hold on. You can't hold down guilt.
You're not a yeller.
You're not a yeller. You can't hold down guilt. And I think this is what this started was.
New York is good at that.
You asked Chris Cuomo do what he did to take up for his brother. You know what I mean? In some ways, you got to let shit play out. And part of me wants to agree with Coconut Meat over there and say, I'm not going to jeopardize my shit. I'm going to be like, I'm going to let it play out, but I'm not going to use my platform to defend my brother at that time. That's like, my brother was found guilty for sexual, whatever the case may be, and I use this platform to
he used
defend
it to
him.
find information on the people that, like, I know that's against the law.
But there it is. But you just said it, though.
You mean to tell me, listen, you mean to tell me that your situation this morning, if you could reach out to somebody in here, somewhere, you wouldn't? You wouldn't?
But I wouldn't do it like, prime example, I didn't come in here to talk about that situation. That's some situation that I'm gonna handle off the top. If I have those contacts, if I have that type of contacts, I'm gonna fish around, but very subtly.
You wouldn't
not be real like flamboyant with it. And this is what I'm doing.
I understand that, but I'm saying, like, if you knew somebody that could hook you up, you wouldn't, and they willing to do it.
I would holler at people. I'm not going to say I wouldn't. I would holler at people, but I wouldn't be, I would just be smart about how I would do it.
But here's the thing. You got to, mind you, it's one thing. Let's say this. In this scenario, you have a reporter, or supposedly, and a politician.
Yes.
The thing is with reporters nowadays, especially someone like Chris Cuomo, their opinions are not objective. It is. It's there's some weird agenda and things of that nature. So if he came in to try to defend his brother in an objective way, then I would understand what he was trying to do, and probably he would have never lost his job.
Yeah.
I think the main thing here is like, I know he's your brother, but you have a job to do. You have to make a decision. Now, a lot of people will say this is, dictatorship, but it's not. It is like, you are affecting my livelihood based off of what your sibling did or your family member did. In any case scenario besides this, it can be, a guy goes to jail and you have to defend your brother. You say that he wasn't doing that, so are you going to protect him or not? And it's like, again, a lot of people, it's like, you're snitching and all this stuff. It's like, no, what are you going to do here? You're going to either protect your family member or protect yourself.
Do you think that if the brother, no one knew the brother ever, like this would be this big? You think it's because they both have celebrity status?
I think that's what it's about. I think that's exactly what it's about.
Okay.
But that's just what it is. Joe Osteen, Bama of the week. You hustling some bitch.
You hustlers.
Yo, nigga. So hold on. Now you got money stashed in the walls. I'm about to go to the fucking neighborhood church and start breaking fucking walls and looking for money in the walls.
So Joe Osteen, they found the money that they
allegedly was
burglarized in 2014. You found it in the bathroom behind the toilet.
In the wall. That's what it said in the wall.
600 envelope, $600K.
600,000, and you hid it in the bathroom behind the wall, and didn't think that the pipe would bust and the plumber would go back there. If I was a plumber, I wouldn't say shit.
Nope. I go out here.
I would have been that plumber and would be like, "What the fuck? Okay, I'm gonna fix this, but I'm taking all that, patch the wall back up, and going about my business. Fucking find me.
Coconut Meat. Can you help us?
God bless me. God bless me for $600,000.
It was ordained. Like
the money was blessed. I'm good.
You know what?
You know what I mean?
I'm not affiliated with you.
Yeah, nigga. I'm just saying.
I'm not.
You find that fucking money. I'm going to just $600,000. I'm finding envelopes and I'm like, damn, there's money in there.
So that was a PPP. You think it was a PPP, Joe?
That wasn't even PPP back then. That wasn't even PPP back then. That was just you rob people and hit that money.
You fucking took their tips and tithes.
Joel, I let's say this. He's a good preacher. I'll give him respect on that. My mom, my mom was listening to him and all that stuff. But keep in mind, this is not the first time he's been caught for doing some shady shit.
Yeah,
and this is where I have a problem with guys like him for years who have these big ministries, and it's kind of like, how in the world you kind of preaching like the poor man preacher man, but then again you're living a lavish lifestyle and try to preach that out there to people.
But the first time was during Hurricane Katrina,
right? When
he got caught up with all that shit, and he would not letting up. He would not open up that house, that big mall church that he has.
We have donations. I remember. I'll never forget the green screen interview where he had all these things about back, and I can tell if you're into television like I am, I can tell what a green screen looks like, and he was behind a green screen, and it was sad.
Boo-hoo when they crying.
I mean, at the end of the day, this is what a lot of these preachers, a lot of them, are crooks and con artists. I mean, let's be realistic here. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that what the word they're preaching is wrong, but they go into it with the wrong intentions. And when you have these individuals in there that are living like millionaire status, and they got mansions and fucking cars and all that shit, that's I mean, you living off of these people's time.
False prophets.
They are
false prophets.
They are. You know what I mean?
He is not a good preacher.
No, he's not. You know what I mean? I mean, that's just what it is. But if I found that $600,000, guess what? I'm out.
It wouldn't be a conversation. Because they be like, bro,
nigga, that's
they
cash.
be calling Kiki Plumbing, and they be like,
sorry, this number is no longer in service. Nigga, I'm gone. Nigga, I don't care. Even if you call me and be like, I ain't find no money. What money? There was money back there? Nah, I just fixed the pipe. You had to prove it that I found money back there, because it means you're going to expose yourself. You gotta take that L. That's $600,000. That's like you on the block and you a drug dealer. You on the block and you hustling, and nigga come and rob you. You gonna call the police?
No,
you're not.
Can't.
You're not. You gotta eat that joint.
In this modern day world, they'll call the police.
They will call the police, but you gotta prove that I took you $600,000 from you.
He should have just got ghost. Like, you don't even have the right to make a comment behind this, my nigga.
No.
I mean, my coconut meat. You don't have the right. Random question, Tone.
What's up?
How long after you fuck your side piece do you fuck your main? Just random question. Before we get to the topic of the day. Just
pause. I mean, okay.
It's Monday.
It's Monday. Okay, so how long? You want to ask me from my personal experience?
Yes, and I need people to call me, please. We got like 4 minutes on this. Call me and let me know. Like, I
have to agree with Silk.
Silk said immediately.
I have to agree with Silk. I done fucked the side piece and went home and fucked the maid. I've done this in the past though. In the past, I have.
It didn't feel no bad. Didn't feel no way about it.
No, I just wanted to get some pussy. I wanted to go to sleep. I needed another nut in before I went to sleep. You know what I mean? Fucked the main. I fucked the side piece. Went home. Got cleaned up. Went home. And what was I going to tell the main? No. You know what I mean? So I fucked the main. Went to sleep.
I said random, y'all. She said we done went from church to sergeant. I said random.
It was a random question. That's why I looked at it like nigga. Where did this question come from?
These niggas do it within hours. That's what he said.
Yeah. I mean, people are doing it, and it's not. And so it would be the same if male or female. You know what I mean? A female could be. It's no different. You can't just put this on a male. A female will probably do the same thing.
I think a nigga smell another nigga on me, so I'd be scared. I really would be scared. Like, people, you
niggas are not really going to smell. Not going to smell another nigga on you. Like, if you clean your shit up. You know what I mean?
It don't feel tampered with. Like, you. Listen. I'm
speaking from a man's perspective. You know what I mean?
So check this out. My dick conforms to the shape of the nigga I'm fucking. I truly believe that, and I think that if he left and you come over here, you right. I think my nigga gonna know.
But I think you got that snapback. That's what females got, that snapback. You know what I mean? Like, especially now, if your shit is fucked up and your walls can't snap back, then maybe. But I don't know. But that's a female. A female would only know that. Like, if I'm, you know what I mean? Like, for a guy, you know what I mean? How you gonna tell? How you gonna tell?
From you?
How you gonna tell?
I wouldn't be. You know what? Because how I did tell. 'Cause
Okay.
it happened to me.
Okay.
His dick wouldn't get hard. Like, he just was off. It was just awkward, and he was just, and you could tell he felt bad. Like, this nigga felt bad. You don't feel
then he
bad.
exposed
This
himself.
nigga-
You know,
yeah.
first off, you snitched on yourself, bro. I can't be mad. I'm kind of mad at you because you gotta uphold shit. If you was out there and you was sleeping with your side piece and you come home, you have to give the main some. There's no way around that. You gotta get the main
Not
some.
immediately, bro.
Yeah, immediately. Immediately.
Oh my God! I got.
You come in and she wants some dick. What you supposed to do?
What am I paying that? Would you say go outside and sit in the car? What you tell me you did for that week?
Yeah, but that was something different. That's a completely different scenario. But that's what I'm saying. I immediately. I agree with Silk. You know what I mean? I'm with Silk. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Now, see?
Maddie, yes.
Maddie said something.
If it
Now,
takes too long
nigga, if
to
you
nut.
over there beating the joint up and that's not your normal flow and it's taking you forever, then she gonna side-eye you like,
Your
nigga.
balls empty. You just emptied the bitches.
There it go. You only spit it out a motherfucking drop of sperm? There it go. Yeah, all right. That's where the questions, you know what I mean, would arise. Okay, what do we got here? Topic of the day. Let's touch this shit.
Let's talk about the day.
Go
We
ahead,
got the children edition, y'all. The children and parent edition today. It's some hard questions that we about to ask, but feel free to go on the comments and answer these, and feel free to call us at 301-232-5700. My first question is I'm gonna start slight. Do you, as a parent, curse in front of your kids? Because what I did was I tried to think of the progressive way that we used to parent, where you didn't curse. So, as parents, do you guys curse in front of your kids?
Fuck yeah.
And do you allow your kids to curse in front of you?
No, fuck no.
Not never. You don't curse in front of your mom. In front of your
Oh,
mom.
now I do. I'm a grown ass motherfucking man. Hold
This
on.
is what I'm saying. So
I
we
don't
can
do
have-
it. I don't do it with with ease. You know what I mean? I may be talking to something and drop a fuck and a shit here and an asshole there. I've dropped bitch a couple times.
I don't say the hard ones.
Oh, I do. I
might
do.
say-
Because my mama will say the hard ones, and I don't do it. I won't have to be like these motherfuckers and this fucking bullshit. I don't. Nah. Oh, whoa. You know what I mean? It's still my mother. But every time we
I don't
talking,
think that y'all know the difference. Y'all New Yorkers. Like I would think. That
nah, not to my mother though, because my mother had that mean, vicious right hand when we was younger. I told this joke one day. I knew this joke about fucking Minnie Mouse and Mickey Mouse and Goofy, and Minnie was fucking Goofy. And when I said Minnie was fucking Goofy, my stepdad kind of looked at me and was like, "What'd you say?" And my mother was like, "I heard him."
Wow.
And I was like, damn, yo. But after that, I mean, so it. And when you were younger, you didn't talk to your parents like that. You know what I mean? And now as I got older and I became a man and kids of my own, it slipped out. And I heard my mother cuss. You know what I mean? Like who hasn't heard their parents fucking cussing? Like, come on, Slim.
My
Really?
parents cuss around me, but you know what? With my children, I didn't curse at them. I don't call
Okay.
them. I never curse them. I would curse around them because I always tell them. I said it's cute to me sometimes. It's like a little
Yo, when you
seasoning
hear
on my words. I'm nice with the shit. That's why.
Okay, so hold on. Sometimes it's kind of funny when you hear your kids going off. And you know what I mean? Because the
They
first
don't
time I
know.
heard my daughter get the cursing, I sat there for a minute and just listened to it because the shit was funny to me because I had never really heard her curse. And she was talking to one of her little girlfriends, and they was like, this motherfucker here. I was like, what?
My daughter was on a video for her birthday and she was drunk. I was like,
Oh.
you drink? Yeah, she turned like 25 or whatever. She was.
Oh, you thought she was just an age
And one of my friends, Kit
Uh-huh.
had come and taken her out. Everybody know Kit be trying to get body, so he was like, "Yo, you never been drunk?" And I was like, "He said I'm gonna pick Brittany up on her birthday and take her out 25. It's like big or whatever." Took Brittany out. Brittany was drunk and she was like, "Yo, I'm drunk as fuck." And he showed me the video. I said, "What did she say?" Because she just never. I have
You
never.
never see that. You never see that. You know what I mean? I mean, you got to get it. You know, like my daughter Kayla, she'll be in the house, and it's funny. And then you listen to the girls when they come home, and like, especially my daughter Tajay, that's fucking underway right now.
Mm-hmm.
And when she came home, she's like, "Yeah, I smack a bitch." And that's just, to me, it's just the fucking cutest thing. Because when you look at it, be like, really, really, really. You don't see the cuss words coming out of your kids' mouth. But sometimes when they say it, for me anyway, I think it's kind of fucking cute. It's kind of fucking funny. I laugh at it.
Yes,
You
Nicky,
know?
we talking about grown kids too. Like I'm grown. I don't curse in front of my dad.
I curse in front of my.
I don't cuss in front of my daddy.
I try not to, like with my dad, because I try not to. My sister though, oh shit, yeah, nigga, she be in the house and like a sailor. What the fuck? My sister be like a sailor. She'll get the blowing. But my dad, I think it's a little different with my dad than my mom's. My mom's, you know what I mean? She that New York shit, like, you know what I mean? And she has that New York, fuck you in a minute. So, you know what I mean? You do that when you get around there. But my dad, he's from Maryland, so, you know, it's like, daddy is just different. I'll drop an F-bomb here and there or a shit bomb here and there, but, you know, nothing major. You know what I mean?
They can. My mom would change my whole lineup. When she used to get on live and I used to do my mornings, she would jump on there and I would ask her kindly, please leave. Because I'm going to say, my daddy knows exactly who I am. He knows that I curse because I'm his, but I don't curse at him.
Yeah.
Second question.
What's up?
Drug addicts for parents. How likely are the parents to produce drug addict kids?
I think that's highly likely. You know what I mean? Because kids are going to only emulate what their parents see. You say drug addicts. That means that they're not done taking drugs even after they have their children. And I think that affects the children because the children are only going to emulate what they see their parents do. So as being a individual that gets high and you're doing this around your kid or you come around your kid high, know that these kids aren't stupid and they know something's wrong. And they're going to want to try and see what it is that their parent is doing. They're going to want to see, what's that all about? Well, if my parent is doing it, it must be good to do. You're going to create the next level of drug addicts. Right?
I learned that from you.
I find that odd that your mama sold all your shoes, the flower pot, the PlayStation 4, all the Christmas toys, and then you jump out here and you become a whole crackhead. Like, I find that odd.
Why do you find that odd?
Because you hated when she came out here and sold all your Christmas.
But on the same token, you may have hated it, but you eventually, because that's trauma and that's stress that you go through, you're going to find a way to cope with that fucking pain some type of way. You know what I mean? You're only going to, remember when you have these little kids, they're just sponges. You know what I mean? And they absorb everything we do. Everything that they see, they start to emulate it and they start to absorb it. And what do you think is going to happen to them? And I'm not saying, hold on, don't bash me, but I'm not saying for all the kids are like this. Okay. You're going to have some kids that's going to be like, you know what, I'm not fucking with that shit. I saw what it do to my parents. And some kids aren't that strong. Some kids aren't that strong. Where other kids, you know, every child is different. So this child might say, man, fuck it, I'm not getting high. See what this shit did to my family? Nah, I want something different. All right, cool, I commend you. But then there's some kids that's going to eventually follow in their parents' footsteps. I speak from experience because I know.
Lachey says, no, it scares you into not wanting to turn into them. Well, it did for her.
It does. See? But it scared you. See, so that was one of the children that I said, I'm not going that way. I saw what it did. I don't want that for my life. I'm going to do something different. But some kids don't think like that or don't feel like that. And they end up emulating and following their parents' footsteps. I can speak on it because, you know what I mean? I know some shit that I can't get into.
For me, it was the opposite. Ty said both my parents were addicts. It made me never want to do drugs, and I never did.
I respect
Addict
that.
Parents normally produce kids that are against drugs.
Depends.
Okay. Can you stay with someone that doesn't take care of their kids but help you with yours?
Ooh. Can I stay with someone who
doesn't take care of their children?
Their kids will take care of yours.
But help you with yours.
That's ass backwards, though.
It happens every fucking day.
Okay, so what do you mean not taking? Like they don't pay child support?
They don't pay child support. They don't see their children yet. They familyed up with you and yours and pick yours up for school and make sure.
Oh, let me touch this. Let me touch this. You know what I mean? Here's my thing. I pay my child support. I see my son when I can because, you know, he has a busy schedule in his own self with what he's trying to accomplish. Mm-hmm. My daughter, I don't see her. No, I'm good. I don't see her. You know what I mean? And that's because of some personal issues. I don't see her. And it's better off that way that we don't really see each other. I haven't seen my daughter in 2 years. 2 years. She lives in Fairfax. I don't see her.
And yet, you are married to a woman that has children.
Yes.
Would your daughter think this way? You think that if she were to peer into your home, you think that she would have a feeling about that?
She did.
Regardless of whatever the reasons
before we were seeing each other, I was with my wife, we were seeing each other, and my daughter came to my house. Okay. And saw that there was other kids in the house, and there was another girl in the house, and this, that, and the third. And, you know what I mean? I treated my daughter the same way. You know what I mean? Okay. But due to certain scenarios and situations that happened, we haven't seen each other in 2 years. You know what I mean? And does it bother me sometimes? Yeah, because I'm human. It does bother me. But on the same token, I get it, and it's what's best for everybody. But
you aren't neglecting your kid. There's reasons why or circumstances.
Circumstances why. It's not. This isn't just because.
I'm talking about a person who just do not see their kids and yet fuck with you and yours.
No, you a cornball for that though. You got to be a cornball for that. You got and there's a lot. And that's a deadbeat motherfucker. And eventually he's only doing it. He's only being nice to your kids, associating your kids because he likes your coochie. What the fuck? Or you giving a nigga a place to stay or something like that. Outside of that, don't expect him when y'all break up to still be associating and be in contact with your kids if he don't fuck with his own. Come on, that's just common sense there.
Okay. Should a spouse pay child support if the parent isn't?
Say that shit.
Should Tasha pay your child support if
fuck no. Fuck no. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Whoa. How is it? So you said I'm not paying my child support, but my wife is paying my child support?
It's combined.
How is you as a man or a woman, how would you even feel about that? Like, now don't mind, I'm gonna say, because there are some lame ass motherfuckers out there, and I'm not gonna say
Tasha will not.
Yeah, exactly. But there's some motherfuckers out there that will think that that's okay. She'll pay for the joint. I'm funny like that now. I gotta I gotta pay my own shit. I gotta pay my shit.
Case in point, but Whitney was paying Bobby's child support.
Okay.
May she rest in peace. But that was I wasn't there. Allegedly.
Okay, so that falls back on a toxic relationship. Pause. Okay. Because let's revert back to your second question. Both parents got high, and what did the daughter ended up doing?
Yeah.
Pause. You know what I mean? So that was a dysfunctional relationship anyway. You know what I mean? And Bobby not paying the child support. Those are just lame niggas.
Batman said his wife was paying his child support. Okay. Ty said, when you get married, you become one. Run me my check, nigga.
Nah, I'm going to still pay my own shit because that had nothing to do with my current wife. That has nothing to do with her. That's my responsibility, not hers. So I'm going to take care of my responsibility like I'm supposed to. I can't see how these niggas be thousands of dollars in fucking
in arrears
because you don't want to pay for a kid that you created. Like, nigga, just pay the fucking money. You know what I mean? Shit, man. God damn. You walking around fresh, but your kid got fucking shoes with holes in the bottom of them, looking dingy. Get the fuck out of here, dog. That's stupid. Next.
Okay.
What's with it?
Based on principle, would you file statutory rape charges against your child's older lover, who, by the way, takes real good care of your child? And be honest. Be honest.
That's a fucked up one right there. That's fucked up.
It gets worse. This shit gets worse, bro.
I can see there's a whole bunch of shit here. Y'all don't see what I see. Yeah, look, he even got to look. Turn the page.
It gets worse.
Okay, so you're saying what was it? Say it again.
Based upon principle.
Would you file statutory rape charges against your child's older lover, who, by the way, takes really good care of your child? What the fuck you mean take really good care of my child?
Your child ain't, look, he
But that's my job. I'm taking care of my own kid.
Your kid, he giving her everything that she needs, and she seems to be extremely happy, and he elevating her in these areas.
Tell my wife go sit down somewhere. She was like, what's the age difference? Wait a minute. Pause. Damn you! You can never let Kayla watch this shit. Don't let my kids watch this shit. Okay, so here's what I'm saying.
Be honest. Come on. Right, coconut meat. Feel free.
I'm going to be fair because this shit is not cool regardless. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if it's my son or my daughter. That shit is not cool, yo. I can't be like, and you have a lot of dudes out here, a lot of dudes will be like, well, you can't do that with my daughter, but if my son was doing it, yeah, that's what's up. Nigga, how stupid do you fucking sound, man? I mean, like, come on, man.
Everybody's asking how old is the kid, though?
I mean, it's a valid question.
Yeah, that's a valid question, because I don't, unless, I just don't.
16 and 20. 16 and 20.
16 and 20?
16, 20.
Whoa, nah, nigga.
That's reasonable. Actually, that's reasonable. Those are reasonable ages.
Okay.
For the person being 18, 19, 20. And the younger person usually between 16 to 18. Or let's say 16, 17. Because those two ages are considered still underage. 18, for some odd reason, we officially legalize that being an adult. So keep in mind, I had a mild relationship with a person who was 4 years older than me at the time.
Okay.
So if anything happened,
so give me the numbers though, because 4 years could be 20 and 24.
Right.
Give me the number.
Okay, the number. I was 16. She was 20.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, so my dad didn't approve because of the fact of whatever issues he had, but the thing is the fact that, mind you, in a weird way, we're kind of mentally in the same age group. I mean, 20, you're still not out of the teenage years. You're still, You're not really an adult. You're still trying to find yourself. But I just don't see that being a statutory rape unless unless again there's consensual sex and all that stuff.
Okay, at this age, you're fucking 16. You're still learning yourself, and you're still learning
yourself.
But this motherfucker is definitely 20 years old. Know what the fuck they're doing? They're taking advantage of you.
No. See that right there. I think that's where the problem is.
Okay,
because we keep saying the fact that he's 20 years old. He knows what he's doing. We say it, and it's like no, he really doesn't. Because the fact
is still young.
Yeah, I mean, you're still kind of because you're either in college, or B, pretty much you're probably maybe in your second or third year of college, but you're still trying to figure out yourself anyway.
No, Maddie, we're gonna touch that. We can touch that too. So here's my thing: what would make you attracted to somebody at that age? Now, when we grown, and if I'm in my 30s and I meet somebody who's 26, you know what I mean? Of course, by all means, yeah. But at this point, being 20 years old, what do I have in common with a 16-year-old that's still in school?
Ass and titties.
Okay. Ass and titties?
Ass and titties.
All right. And then you wonder why you go to jail? You wonder why you get a statutory rape charge?
All right, here's another. Let's change the age group. Let's go into high school range where you're a senior in high school and you're attracted to, let's say, a freshman in high school.
No, it has
is
to be
that
4
a problem?
years. We agreed to 4 years.
It's still within that time frame. You're roughly 3 to 4 years.
Okay, but what do you have in common with somebody that just came out of junior high school?
3 and 4 years. Between 3 and 4 years.
It's a lot.
That's a lot right there. You're a senior, and this dude. Come on, man. You know what I mean? I don't see it.
I mean, the way I see it is like unless you are completely in a different realms of intellect and all that stuff, but honestly it's like unless you like the same things having fun doing the same things of that nature, wow. I just don't see that.
She said I was 17, my baby daddy was 24.
See,
so now that's a problem. What the fuck? So I mean you were young, so at that point you could say she was manipulated. She was manipulated. Come on now. Because, you know what I mean, she didn't fully grow up. She's only 17. She's barely getting ready to come out of fucking high school. And this nigga holds 25,
R. Kelly was like, by what, 10 years over Aaliyah? That I had said that was the problem.
So Maddie asked, what was the ages Maddie asked? She said the situation between 14 and 18. That's a no, Maddie. That's to me, that's a no.
That's kind of creepy.
No, that's creepy.
Come on, Slim.
That's
her little boobies is just starting to pop the fuck out. Nigga, what are you doing?
She just got hair, yo.
Nigga, I'm gonna kill you.
Chester.
I'm gonna kill you.
We call him Chester.
Yes, I'm gonna kill you.
If you're both in the same high school, I think I would say roughly it would be kind of interesting because mind you, one of my favorite movies is Ferris Bueller, and he was older than his girlfriend. He was like 2 years older. Yeah. So, and
going in school trying to get her out.
Tweet it. What you won't do is try to justify the fuck shit. Say, well, I was about to turn 18. It's still fucking wrong. It's still wrong.
The fuck shit.
You can't do that. I caught that. All right, what's your next question, Jiggy? God damn it.
Are your kids virgins? Do you know or do you care? So much your kids, like, is that a conversation? Do you need to know? Do you have to know? Do you desire to know? Would your kids tell me? Are they virgins? Do you know or do you even care?
I'll say this.
You say what?
I'll say this.
Okay.
Have that conversation. Make sure the fact that they're well protected, understand the scenarios, and the main thing a lot of people forget is one thing, talk about the physical stuff, talk about that mental, because that post game is going to totally screw up everybody. Yeah. Yeah. After that, as long as you taught them well, or not taught them well, go to Exotica and you'll learn more. But overall, just have them well prepared. After that, it's like, hey, as long as you don't come home pregnant earlier than I wanted you to, you're good.
Karan said, I think all mine are virgins. Silk said, only my youngest. I raised a lot of hoes.
Then you're in denial, and you need to get out of there.
So I wasn't sure. Like the first time I found out my daughter had sex, I was like
crushed. I'm sure
I was. You know what I mean? I was, and they were, and so it wasn't a big age difference because they were both. You know what I mean? Same age.
Did she tell you? Or did you find out? Did you ask? Like, how?
I found out.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think she wanted to tell me because, if most of y'all know and watch, me and my daughter have a very open relationship. We talk about everything. So it was like, how do I tell my dad that, you know what I mean, I had sex. And my dad always told me not to have sex with a bum-ass nigga, and I went and had sex with a bum-ass nigga.
Okay, so now,
you know what I mean?
Now I need to talk to him.
And it's like, what the fuck? So, you know what I mean? And still, my daughter, she's about to be 22 in February, and, you know, her sexual choices would certain. I'm not pleased, but I got to remember she's grown and she's got to learn on her own. And she's got to learn her own mistakes. I just keep telling her, don't make me a grandfather yet. Don't bring me no grandbabies. I can't. You know, at a certain point, it's hard putting them stipulations on your children. You know what I mean? When you didn't have those same stipulations on yourself, and you did what you wanted to do.
I disagree.
I get it, you know what I mean?
I disagree.
I get
no,
it.
I understand why you said that, and for real, that should be the thinking, right? It wasn't hard for me at all because I fucked up. In the words of my little coworker from Thailand, I fucked up. I fucked up bad.
But you see, at that point, you were still young, and as a child, you still was growing. So, you know what I mean? You're going to make mistakes, and that's what we all do.
I was
we make
16
mistakes.
with a whole baby. So I did preach to them abstinence, and I did allow them to know that while I did not practice it very long, these are the reasons why.
You should practice it.
That
you know what I mean?
I would like you to make these choices.
And I think that's the perfect way to go about it.
And I did not deny that you would not have sexual urges. I did not deny that you would not be attracted to everything you see. Like, I didn't deny any of that, but I just wanted them to hold out.
You want to be very honest, and you want to have that dialogue with them. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. You got to have that dialogue with them.
But B to that question, with everything being so open in the internet and the kids with their phones and all this other stuff going on, how can you practice abstinence when they seeing titties and ass and big booty bitches?
It's hard, but you got to be. Here's the thing: you got to be a constant part of your child's life.
Okay.
That's just what it is, man. And if you're a major influence in your child's life, these are conversations you have with them, and they're going to be more open to talking to you versus just letting the fucking TV or the radio raise your children. You know what I mean? Be a part of their lives and talk to them. Go in there, even when they don't want to fucking talk or they don't want to fucking be bothered and they're feeling that way. Go in there and fuck with them anyway. Spend some time with them anyway. Let them know that you love them. Let them know it's okay. They'll be more open to talk to you then. You know what I mean? And I'm cool. Like, if my kids don't want to talk to me, at least when they talk to their mother or something like that, you know what I mean? Their mother's going to come back and talk to me about it. All right, cool. At least I know, but you're communicating with somebody. You know what I mean? Versus trying to hide it yourself. Like my son, I don't know. My son, maybe it's questionable.
You said his pants or his shirt was open or some shit that day.
So my son, I don't know at this point, and I was disappointed in that. I was very disappointed in that, and I expressed my distaste for that because I was like, yo, you know what I mean? And the chick was older. The little girl was a little older than him, and she was already pregnant. You know what I mean? So in her mind, where were her parents at? Where were you? Where were you at? What were you doing? You know what I mean? And you felt it was okay, and now my son, he just like, my dick is hard. Daddy, my dick is hard. Like, nigga, I get it.
It is.
You know what I mean? So like, yo,
and
it happens, and they make mistakes, but you just can't. I'm not gonna bash my kid for that. Like, I still love him anyway, and I told him the mistakes he made. I'm like, yo, let's not do this again. Now my other daughter, my other 15-year-old. I don't know. The jury's out on that. She might not be because she was fast in the ass anyway. Get it from her mama. I ain't even gonna lie. And that's you know what I mean. I've been overruled on that. So my say so doesn't even matter in that regards when it comes to her. You know, I try to do my best, but you know, when you have a parent that doesn't work with you, and you have a parent that's on a different end, and you trying to preach one thing, you become the bad individual. You know what I mean? And this is what it is, man. But yeah, talk to your kids, man. Talk to your kids. What's your next? Because she's got some shit on here, y'all.
Do. Okay. Should your kids pay rent? And if they do, can they sex and drug with that understanding? Because people say, where I pay rent at, I get to do what the fuck I want.
The fuck you just asked me? Yo, okay, so my kid is paying. Okay,
you
so,
making them pay rent and bills, and
there's a science behind that, and I'm gonna tell you, some parents out here are fucked up like that. You know what I mean? But you're doing it wrong. You know what I mean? And so no, one, you ain't fucking and sucking and smoking shit in my goddamn house, even though you're paying rent. It's not happening. I'm the only one fucking in my house. Let's get that straight. I'm the only one fucking in there. You know what I mean? But I'm making you pay rent not to take your fucking money and do Lord knows what with it. I'm making you pay rent to put that in an account for you. You know what I mean? You'll get that money back and later on down the line, but I need you to establish what it feels like to start paying bills and being on time with paying your bills.
Okay, that's tone. right?
Yeah.
That's Tone.
Yeah.
But Samantha over here really don't make enough because the cost of living has gone up, and that baby got to start paying rent. That baby is part of the, like, probably even on the lease. Can that baby, with that understanding, would you understood if they was sucking, fucking, and sexing and drugging?
Get the fuck out of here. That means you like my roommate. You've since you felt like you paying bills, now you're not my child anymore. You're my roommate or you're my fucking friend. No, motherfucker. Who is this? I'm gonna be like Al Bundy. I catch a nigga in the house, I'm gonna beat his ass up and throw him out.
But then he tell you, but without me.
See, and that it's okay. Okay, so yeah, you're right. And there lies the fucking problem. You know what I mean? Because that means you're not doing what you need to do and relying on that fucking child for their money. And it should never be that fucking way. It should never be where you rely on your child to take care of your responsibilities as an individual.
Okay.
This is post-pandemic now.
This is where the hypocrisy kicks in.
Okay.
So you expect your adult, well, let's say, depending on how old you made this,
late adolescent, early young
okay,
adult,
let's between 18, 19, 20.
Yeah,
around that time frame. Mm-hmm. Okay, so where he's hooking up with a 16-year-old. All right. The hypocrisy there is because you expect them to still be your child, but then still act like an adult.
Facts.
So it's like, okay, if they say, hey, I'm grown, why I can't do my own grown things in your house that I'm paying rent on? Because mind you, either say, hey, you're not kicking him out. You didn't say that. So Felix is like, hey, I'm just paying rent here. Okay. I'm now a tenant. So it's like, I can do whatever the fuck I want, right?
See,
I can do whatever the fuck I want.
First off, that's communication. No.
If you say it's communication, because you're trying to manipulate the scenario to your benefit. Because it's like, you say...
you talking about a person that's taking that money to pay the rent, to put towards their bills in their house.
Yep.
Whatever is the state here, whatever this city state here is, the way I see it is like, look, I'm grown. I'm paying you money to live here now. I'm not rent free anymore. I'm not a dependent. I'm sort of semi indie. Mozzarella.
Don't say my name.
Okay.
That's another day. His name is coconut meat. Thank you.
Okay.
Mozzarella. Okay, come on, man. Come on. I'm sorry.
Go playing devil's advocate.
Okay. Come on. So that scenario, we'll get back to that later. The way I see it is like, look, either you're going to treat this person like an adult, or you're going to still treat him like a child. And it's like, you can't have it both ways. Okay. So honestly, I feel it's like either, hey, you can do what you want, but you can't do it in my house. No, I feel it's like, it's a room to rent now. That's how I see it. Because
people who pay bills, and grown people say it, you don't pay nothing in this house, this is my house. People who pay bills, sometime in their head.
You're right. So like my dad had this, he had this ideology, and his thing was, I float the boat here. And if you want to live like that and do the things you want to do, go float in your own boat over there. You know what I mean? And I took that. Now, like, there's some kids, and I see certain sides of this. And one side is, where do you start teaching your kid about responsibilities and paying bills and being current and not getting behind? And when you lack that, and when you don't do that, that's something that they're not teaching you in school. They're expecting this child to know what to do when they get out in the world. And these are some of the things that you should be starting to, just in my opinion, that you should be starting to teach at home. You know what I mean? You get it. You got a little job. You want to work. You got a little job. Hey, look, I'm asking you. You know what I mean? Okay, cool. Pay a little $50 every month, or whatever the case may be, $100 a month, whatever the case may be. I'm not fucking their money up. I'm putting it in an account for them, because later on down the line, when they're ready to move out on their own, oh shit, you trying to stack your little money, and then, look, this is what you've been paying the whole time. I got you.
Fuck with that. That's grand.
That's fine. It's a building block. Yeah.
Right. That's grand, right? But
you talking about them ratchet motherfuckers?
No, we're talking about, okay, pandemic happened. People was living high on the hog, and we see it now where people had to move in with other people, had to do things they didn't want to do because it's not there. Their business folded, or the job folded, whatever happened.
I got you.
And now your child has to become your roommate, and under the guise of me being your roommate, I'm going to smoke my drugs.
Nah, hold the fuck on. You're not gonna disrespect me like
Because
that. But it's about okay. So now I gotta get my thought process out of that and the way I'm thinking about it. I gotta think it from the ratchet standpoint because you're gonna have motherfucking Joe Schmo, whatever her name is gonna live like that. You know what I mean? And you open the door, and then you have some parents that allow their kids to be smoking weed in the room and have a little, you know what I mean? Yes, like nigga, pause. You know what I mean? But you creating problems that way. You're creating problems. You know what I mean? Because now as that child grows up, that child is not going to no longer look at you as a parent, but you are their peer now. You know what I mean? And that's, to me, is a fucking problem. It shouldn't be like that at all. You know what I mean? You should need to get out there and do what you need to do, like you've been doing, even when the pandemic happens. And like you said, people lost their jobs. But there's ways to get out there and make money. Now, I've seen a lot of motherfuckers become entrepreneurs through the pandemic and find ways to make money. You need to adopt that philosophy and find a way to make money and not make your motherfucking child, you know what I mean?
This nigga said weed ain't drugs, so they don't even count.
Stupid. Oh my God, yo.
Okay, so let me get a drum roll. Come on.
Okay. Oh Lord.
Scenario of the day, everybody.
Oh Lord.
Stupid but true. Can you read this, Tom?
Stupid but true. This is what we do on the show. It may be sound stupid to y'all, but these things are true. This is our shit right now. It's our trademark. Okay.
It is.
What would you do? Scenario. Baby is pregnant. 18. She's 18 years old. She's pregnant, but unsure of who the father is. This is some Jerry Springer type shit. Maury. And has led two men to believe that they are the father, who are totally unaware of her uncertainty of one another between two men. One who is older, 35 and established. Yes. Oh my God. And engaged to be married, and one who is unestablished and the same age as her, 18, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you get involved? Do you blow the spot up, or mind your business and trust her to handle her affairs? What the fuck?
Stupid but true.
This is, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me.
As sure as I'm standing here, this is a situation right now.
Okay. First off, the 35-year-old man, I am going to cut his dick off. That is my 18-year-old baby that just fucking got out of high school and doesn't know shit. Why were you are a predator. You're a predator and stalker. Look, he's got to read it twice. Coconut meat is over there. His face is like, what? Like, nigga. Okay, so the 18, this is fucked up. Oh my God.
On all accounts, but come on.
Oh my God. Wait a minute. She's unsure. So she's unsure of who the father of the fuck is. You know what I mean? You have an 18-year-old that's not established, and normally, okay, when you have young people, you know, neither one of them are established at that age, and they get pregnant and people have babies. It happens, okay. But I'm more focused on the 35-year-old man part. I'm focused that she was very irresponsible. Where were your parents at that were teaching this child something? You know what I mean? Or trying, because goddamn it, Shawty, you was just fucking a mile a minute, huh? Coochie doors opened up and you was fucking, and now you pregnant, and you don't know who. Joe.
It's between the two of these.
This 35-year-old man doesn't need to get fucking married. You know what I mean? His wife, his fiance needs to fucking find out.
And she does not know, and he does not plan on telling
How would you fucking hide it? How would you hide it? If that is essentially your baby, how you going to hide that? Are you going to be a deadbeat and not pay it? Are you going to try to hide it? Because eventually it's going to come out. What?
Coconut meat.
Coconut meat.
This is...
Like they said, I had to really study this.
Yes.
I would leave it alone because
as a parent,
because here's the thing, it is the fact of, like we said before about the housing thing. That's like you're an adult now, you're paying rent, all that stuff. If it was my child, mind you, yes, I don't have kids yet.
So your kids, Paul. So your kids can drug and sex if that scenario.
As long as, again, but here's the thing. They have to understand the sense of responsibility of how the scenario is. It's not the sense of fact of it's like, hey, I left them alone and let them run amok. No, it's like, hey, here's the scenario. Based off of like this, something like this. It's like, look. Understand your responsibility. My parents did that. They told me it's like, okay, it's like, hey, be responsible. Mind you, we'll let you do what you want, but understand the pros and cons of what's going on. That's how I've been established. As long as you teach your child the pros and cons of the scenario that they may fall into, how they handle it afterwards is all on them. In this scenario,
but as a child, do you think your child is going to come back to you and look and say
that
hey,
all
I
the
had
time.
sex?
Our parents still think about that now.
No, but I'm asking you, your 18-year-old daughter, do you think she was going to come back to you and tell you the honest truth about the scenario that you're in?
I
fucked
know
with
full well,
somebody.
of course, the sad thing about this, in this case scenario, I know full well, like many young, you probably did too, felt ashamed, find out you were pregnant and having to tell your parent that I got pregnant before I got married.
That was the green mile.
Okay.
That was the green mile.
Yes. So in this case, I highly understand that like this 18-year-old woman would never tell her parent about this. And how she would handle this afterwards, unless she has help from the parent to say, hey, I'm in this scenario, how do I fix this? And finding a fact that one of the potentials is a 35-year-old soon to be engaged, or engaged person.
I'm sorry.
But I would not. But the thing is like that part. I understand you be upset, but then again, at the same time, it's like she's 18.
Facts. Okay, and I get that. And I get that. You know what I mean? She's 18, and in the state's eyes, or she's
Right.
considered an adult, but you know your child. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
you know your child,
you're still,
that's the part that's the part a
always
lot of
your
people
child.
need to get out of it. It's like either you thinking constantly as for your eternity, you always will look at your children as your children. From here to
I'm always
eternity,
gonna look at
yes,
them as my fucking
that's what I'm
child.
saying.
I'm
That's what
always
I'm
gonna look at
saying.
it like that.
But until you realize the fact that they are an adult and they have to make those adult decisions, you're never going to break out the scenario, and the actions that you're having right now will always remain the same.
And I'm okay with that. You know why I'm okay with that? You know what I mean? It's like, here's the thing. You're a 35-year-old man wanting to fuck an 18-year-old girl, and there's a fucking problem. That is, and that's the whole point I'm getting at right there. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, my daughter's, she's grown and everything, but you're a 35-year-old man. 35 want to fuck an 18-year-old. If you can't see a problem with that,
Did fuck.
You did fuck,
And
and you
look,
potentially impregnated my child. So now I'm not going to sit back because now my child doesn't have the means to take care of said baby. So who's going to have to help this child? Who's going to have to help my daughter raise said baby?
Well, again, we have to decide. First off, we need Maury.
Because there's a curveball here.
Yeah, we need Maury to fix this problem.
The reason why, and she's unwilling to get a paternity test because they don't know about each other, because the youngin is her boyfriend and she cheated on the youngin with the old dude. So that's why this is so underneath.
There's more. There's a twist.
There's more.
There's more. Oh, there's twist. I love it.
Really, nigga?
It's good radio.
Really?
Good radio. Okay, so wait a minute. So she was in a relationship with the 18-year-old boy.
That's her dude. That's her dude.
That's her dude.
Yeah.
And so she crept off
She crept off,
with the 35-year-old.
cheated, smashed, no condom, boom. And so either of them don't know about one another, but the parents know. The parents are aware that these two people, and guess what? Mom is the word. They're not saying, they're not encouraging Shorty to get, stupid but true, they're not encouraging Shorty to get a paternity test because the 35-year-old man is established.
Beyond me.
The 35-year-old man is established. Yeah, he's
Yes, Corinne, this is a real true story. It's a real true story.
And guess what? And the youngin, they don't like him because he don't got shit. So if he is the father, they find out he's the father. Come on, where am I going with this?
Oh, you parents are some pieces of shit. You parents are some fucking shit. Y'all terrible, man. You should be ashamed because you saying like the parents are promoting her to fuck with this older dude. You know what I mean?
Nobody is stepping up. And listen, CVS sell paternity tests for $50 or $100 or whatever. You could do a cute little swab. You could do a cute little something and get out the way. But the 35-year-old dude is established and it's providing. The young dude it's not, but she's afraid to tell him because, of course, the inevitable is going to happen. They're gonna find out, and she's 18, so the worst thing that can happen is that the nigga could break up with her because she fucking cheated. Like this is the mentality of young people. This is why.
No, this is the mentality of People who have no sense of what relationship means. That's what
She's
technically
18.
all this. No. All parties involved is you have one person, like you said, who's unestablished, dealing with probably they're both the same age, roughly, maybe 1 year, 2 years apart, and she probably got tired of he probably stepping out, whatever, some bullshit stuff, and then she got into her feelings, and then goes to the club with her girlfriends, sees the dude at the club, not knowing what his status is, but end up sleeping with him and probably got knocked up between the two, whatever. The way I see it is like, look, it's two people who don't understand what relationship means. It's not the sense of they're not grown or whatever. They just don't understand what relationship means.
So they setting their child up for failure. They set their child up for failure.
I believe so, because everybody's forgetting about the number one priority, which is the kid.
Yes, this is an unborn baby that's coming into this
world. The
world.
baby is here. Bro, the baby is here. This is what I'm telling you.
Oh, that's bullshit. She said pregnant. You didn't say she delivered.
No.
Oh, my God.
I'm sorry.
No, that's good.
It said baby is pregnant, 18, but unsure of who the father is. You
said she was pregnant. The baby was here.
I'm sorry. The baby is here. The baby is here. The baby is like 4 or 5 months. The baby is here.
Here comes the second act, y'all.
You know what? I was sleepy when I was writing
this.
No,
it's okay. So now the baby is here.
The baby's here. And over here, you got to sneak, and this one got to sneak off because they don't know about each other. They don't even know that there is a potential other person. But because she was honest with her parents, the parents know, but no one is saying.
So here's a problem with that.
What puzzle piece
she's gonna be in a shitty situation. You know what I mean? Because this is fucked up, the games that she's playing. And if our parents know, there's some fucked up ass individuals too. You know what I mean? Because
I apologize, I did say pregnant. The baby is here.
So the baby is here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. These two men are creeping to see the baby because they don't know about each other. How is that fair to that child?
It's not.
How is it fair? At the end of the day, everybody's fucked up. The parents are fucked up. The girl's fucked up. But this baby should be number one priority, and that baby doesn't deserve that. You know what I mean? What, you gonna raise him up and be like, both of these are my uncles?
Listen, and I started to think about it a lot, right? Because one, should that baby, God forbid, the baby needs anything blood wise or organ wise, that shit it's gonna come out. Like you're gonna look crazy at the end of the day when you picking Cedric over John and go to the hospital in an emergency situation, and you like, bro, it's fucked up.
Bina just said she knows who the father is. I mean, it just
no. Again, this is where you got to balls up, and if the other part of the question is, have your parents get involved. Yeah, balls up. Say, hey, I don't know who the dad is. Can you help me do the paternity test situation? Either
as a parent, I'm telling you.
Yeah,
I'm telling you because I'm coming home with the test.
Right. Here's my thing. Because now it's a demand, and you're still living under my fucking roof. You know what I mean? And I'm still paying the bills, and so this is what we need to find out.
And Tuesday, John is over because that's his baby, and then Friday, Cedric is over because that's his baby.
But honestly, this sounds like paternity court.
And when I tell you,
it's an episode of paternity court. I've seen all the entire year, and that's what it is.
But true. This is a true ass. Bro, I did not make this shit up.
We are bringing you topics that are stupid but true. You know what I mean? And y'all are getting headaches talking about I got a headache. This is crazy, but this is real live shit that's really happening out here. This is some really messy shit, yo. This is seriously, this is some messy shit, and the parents should be embarrassed. You know what I mean? And I saw my sister say, people can be parents but not be parental. You know what I mean?
She said what?
You have parents out there, but some of them are not parental.
Correct.
And that is not a parental parents right there. Those parents are not parental at all. You know what I mean? You know what's going on. It's like you encourage your daughter to be with a guy who has something, right? And you put her out there, it's like, that's like some of these fucking parents with the R. Kelly shit and act like we didn't know. Motherfucker, you knew you sent your child to the fucking lion's den.
But
what the fuck?
Here's another layer of the shit.
Oh, God, there's more? Oh, God, okay, come on. Look, come on, Kiki, what's next?
Baby girl's a stripper. And the 35-year-old, he said that's why he said he didn't know. He said he didn't know. And the parents are divided in their decision because the mom likes the young dude and the dad likes the old dude. I don't know how that could be. I don't know how.
All these niggas need counseling. Commit all their asses and get them counseling. Because this is some fucked up shit. Baby girl's 18 and she's a stripper?
Tasha said I'm done. Yes.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
You're 18 and you're a stripper?
Yes.
Yeah, obviously.
And most people, I guess, believe like, well, if you stripping, you gotta be at least.
Kiki, this is I'm the level of fucking.
Listen, so y'all know I'm not lying. On my dead mother's beautiful soul, this is true stuff. This is true stuff.
So wait. So
Ricky
she's
said, wait, what?
She's a stripper.
Yes.
Right. That has gotten pregnant by either a 35-year-old man or 18-year-old man. Neither man know about themselves. The parents don't like the 18-year-old because he's a young kid trying to get himself.
The dad doesn't like the 18-year-old because he ain't got shit. He appreciates the old dude because the old dude is established.
The dad needs to get fucked up.
So wait, the parents know about them.
The parents know.
Well, hold on. The dad needs to be beat down.
But nobody.
You need to be beat down because you just told your daughter, oh, he's got shit. He's got his life together. This, that, and the
You
third.
R. Kelly there.
Yes. Damn, yes, he did R. Kelly her. Now, what is the deal with the mom?
The mom likes the young dude because the young dude doesn't have anything, doesn't have potential, but he cares for the kid. Because mind you, the older guy cannot sport this kid because he's engaged
what the fuck?
to be married.
Yes, you got a whole fucking family over here, and what the fuck? Yo, if I ever run across this dad, I got to slap the shit out of his ass because he deserves to be slapped. You simple motherfucker.
Carl
Fuck is your wrong with your thinking?
Gold digger.
Yeah, he is. He's teaching your child, your daughter to be ain't shit, be a gold digger, nigga. What? Come on, man. This shit is stupid but true.
So I need from you the bottom line, and now I've uncovered and unpeeled all the layers.
This nigga said her head must be fucking fire.
I've let all the cats out the bags. Now, do you have a different opinion of how you will handle this as a parent?
Okay, so I hear what you. So I hear what Ty is saying. Ty is at this point the parents need to mind their business, but Ty, they can't.
Really?
They were already a part of this. They've been a part of this from the jump street. The father has been pushing her from the jump street. So what kind? That's like you. Hold on. That's like Ty looking at her son. Is about to be 18. Go have sex with this fucking 35-year-old woman and have a baby with her because she's too old. She's set up in her life and she can help you. She can take care of you or whatever the case may be and give you what you need. Would you want that for your son? Because that's exactly what this is. You know what I mean? And would you, as a mother, would you really push your son to that, or would you just stand down and let it happen? Knowing Ty, I don't see that happening at all.
Look,
you know what I mean? Hell
Tweety
no.
said, now who said it's either Cedric or John? Shit, this baby might have 25 daddies if she was P Valiant.
Nigga.
Okay.
Come on, white man. What's up?
Like I said before, I would take this to paternity court with Judge Lake and get the proper scenario. Honestly, if I was the father of this young lady, I would be disappointed.
Yep.
At the same time, mind you,
In whom?
I would just be all parties, because honestly, I feel like, you know, even though she's being an 18-year-old stripper, that's a whole nother scenario. But the thing is, the her getting in this type of involvement again shows the fact that whatever I said to her didn't resonate. And like I said, a lot of people forget about back when you have the sex talk, you need the mental aspect of it. And this is a mental thing because, like I said, they do not know what a relationship is.
Right.
And I feel like, look, I'll support whatever decision that happens after her. But honestly, it's kind of like, look, take this L, aka baby,
Take this L.
and learn from it, and we'll see going from here. Mind you, I don't know how this will end, but the main thing is like, look, someone needs to know who this baby father is.
And 2.5. I'm knocking all this shit over. I'm calling your fiance. I don't give a fuck, bro. After I know, now I wouldn't do it before.
I'm gonna call you
but
after this.
after I know I'm gonna have to say something. Like I'm not.
No,
gonna,
that to me, honestly, that part. No, you focus on, as a parent, you focus on your child and the two people who potentially be the baby fathers. After who is ever outside of that, that is a whole bunch of drama they have to deal with afterwards.
It's going to be drama because
it's going to be drama. I understand that,
he's
but
going to try to protect that.
But again, the main thing is like, look, for you to protect your own, and whatever this little triangle scenario is, all these extra shapes coming in have nothing to do with this, because mind you, the 35 with the engaged girlfriend. That they'll have to deal with their drama afterwards. After this,
I'm bringing the whole fucking house down. I'm bringing everything down. Yo, so Silk said, he was like, let's start at the source. Why are you stripping at 18?
Because it's legal.
And your parents are, and you're like,
my parents wanted me to pay rent, and I got things to do.
Oh Lord, he tried it back. He tried it back. I see what he just did. I salute that. You know what I mean?
I mean, come on.
Obviously, in that scenario, when we were talking about, that is those type of parents that are probably those are the type of parents. That
in
the
this scenario, the daughter was being extremely grown and decided she moved out, did whatever she wanted to do, and decided that was her career path.
Okay.
And then now, of course, they don't work long, because guess what? Now you got a kid and you back. And this goes to show you that being pregnant and getting pregnant is way more fun than having a kid. This scenario
is just a fun scenario. Now the baby is here, and the one that loses and suffers in the end is the baby.
It's keeping up with the Joneses.
It's the baby.
At the end of the day,
Jacksons.
Shout out to my president, Rick. You are not the pappy. Sit your ass down somewhere, nigga.
No slut shaming. You get canceled. She was grown and started making grown moves and decided she was gonna move out, and she did.
And when you did that, and you ended up into another grown scenario, that's really, really fucked up. You know what I mean? Because what happens if this 35-year-old's fiance wants to come drag this little bitch?
She would have every right.
Would she?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or is that the right scenario to do?
No, listen. I'm not saying that she would be right in doing so, but I would understand if she did. I would understand if she did. Because to me, if you didn't know, why you ain't call me?
On the same token, you know what I mean? But the nigga that's potentially...
She's 18, though.
She's 18. The man should get dragged. Like, the father should get dragged.
Absolutely.
Like, seriously, hook their ass up to the back of my truck with a chain to their balls and drag them down the fucking street.
But listen, though, because even though you're supposed to check the nigga and not the bitch... Listen, if somebody come and fuck you right now, Tasha's gonna drag somebody.
Yeah, she's gonna drag both of us, motherfucker.
No,
what the fuck?
Surely you, but it's a rite of passage to drag the bitch, especially if you knew.
Of course, it is the rite of passage. But on the same token,
wives are killing bitches.
Huh?
Wives are killing women.
So you can factor that into this scenario. You know what I mean? You can, because like if you don't know the mind state of this woman, this is another woman over here that's going to be completely blindsided. Yeah. Not only would you stepping out and fucking this chick, but you had a baby with an 18-year-old, and we got our whole life over here, and we trying to fucking do what we doing here, and you went and did this shit, nigga.
You had 9 months plus 5 to tell me, bitch.
Shit, nigga. So what?
Bitch, you had 9 months plus the baby is 5 months.
Nah, nigga.
My God, you had 9 plus 5. Bitch.
If he doesn't say anything, if it's a real woman, she's gonna leave his ass. I mean,
Ricky said, "Save the stripper."
Save the stripper, damn, bro.
She said, and if she knew, yes, I'm dragging.
He said, just drag home. No, nigga, wait a minute, damn it.
Engagement is off, says T.
The engagement would definitely be off. But if he hid it this long, how much longer do you think he hides? Because eventually, what's done in the dark does come to the light. Eventually, it's going to come to the light. You know what I mean? And there's going to be no excuse at this point. There's going to be no excuse at this point. There's going to be nothing he can look and say to this woman. Why? You know what I mean? You didn't tell me, or you didn't bother having that conversation with me. Like, what the fuck? Get out of here.
We got like 4 minutes, right? Coconut meat.
3 minutes.
Let me ask you this question. How we gonna wrap this up, right? Knowing what you know now, just based upon everything that we talked about, right? What advice would you give your younger self about love, women, and career?
Love, women, career. Put your career first. You know what I mean? I always say my biggest regret in life was that I wanted to go into the service and I never did that.
I'm glad you
know what I
heard
mean?
me. You
Yeah.
heard me. You heard me. I'm glad.
Yeah, I did that. And I should have put myself and my career first versus bitches and stupid shit. You know what I mean? And that's what I would go back and tell my younger self. Hey, don't do this. Take your ass to the service. You know what I mean? At least, gives yourself a basis to get started with your life versus run the streets. The streets are always going to fucking be there. What was the other scenario? What was the other? Women, you said women?
Yeah, knowing what you know now, what advice would you tell your younger self about men or women?
I'm going to tell you like this, don't get
in their
caught up
career?
in the love aspect. You know what I mean? You have plenty of time to love. You know what I mean? But you're going to get caught in like, the females are going to, like I tell my kids now, like I tell my son all the time, the females are going to be there. I need you to get your education first. That's most important. You know what I mean? But that's what I would go back and tell my younger self, focus on you, get your career straight, get yourself set up first before you worrying about these bitches. They're going to be there. You know what I mean?
Puzzle P said she would say, stay a virgin. Career first, fuck love for now. Tweety said, live your life to the fullest. And money over men and women, says T.
No, that's just what it. What would you go back and tell your younger self? Coconut meat.
The complete opposite of what you guys just said.
Really?
Get out here, get it.
Because of the fact that it's like, I just focus on the career. I focus on education. I focus on that scenario, and I'm
now
single.
You eat 3 beef salad.
Yeah.
Now you eat 3 bean casserole.
Yeah. So,
No fucking-
hold on.
Okay.
I mean, you want a fresh plate. You don't want something, a week old, week and a half old, casserole. So I'm providing you a fresh plate, hot.
Okay.
Like this, coconut meat. Anyway, not shredded. Anyway.
Oh my God.
But again, like I said, as much as we would like to change certain areas, it really depends on the individual. In my case scenario, it's, I did what I've done. I'm having a semi-successful career based off of pre-pandemic and things of that nature. So, but the thing is like, I wish I had the extra girlfriends or crazy scenarios like this. But the thing is like, again, based off of, like I said before, my parents gave me the game plan to say, hey, understand this scenarios, but what you do afterwards, you're on your own. So I'm going to say took the safe route. It's just like, I understand the scenarios that I'm in, and I took it, and took the advantage of what scenarios I took. So honestly,
it ain't too late. It ain't too late. Go out here and beat cheeks. So, one last question. We gotta leave. It's just gonna be yes or no. Who are you? Your child's role model? Just think about that.
Yes, I think you are. I think I am. I think I am because some of my kids have watched my struggles and seen where I was at and where I fought to get to and where I'm at now. So yeah, I would say yeah. Why wouldn't you? Your kid you should be your kid's role model. Period.
Was your dad or your mom your role model?
I would say I respect them both. I wouldn't say role model because they're. I respect them who they were and who they are, and it's not something to be inspired to be because again, they were their own individuals and I'm my own individual.
I am my kid's role model, and I was told that's not an assumption. A very safe one, but I was told that. And my dad. My mom, she's gone. We were different. My mother was a genuinely nice person. I'm not genuinely nice. I'm a motherfucker. But my dad, I emulate a lot of his behaviors, and I'm cool with that. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, y'all know what it is. That's just what it is. Another fine show.
Another fucking
fine show. Another fucking Monday.
Did we do it for your money? Did we entertain y'all?
I hope we entertained y'all. We give y'all some things to talk about around the cooler today.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
And wait until next week. You'll be properly educated.
Okay. Can't wait.
I mean, looking forward to that. We're going to talk about pegging.
Yes.
Pegging. Properly educated on pegging.
With 3 bean salad. Please, thank you.
3 bean salad. You know what I mean? Nah, his next week's name is Spicy Mozzarella. Spicy mozzarella. Not shredded though. He said it himself. It's not shredded.
String.
Oh my God. I mean, yeah, but this is what it is.
It's real talk.
It's real talk uncensored, but yo, take some of these scenarios, you know what I mean? Stupid but true is a topic on this show now. Stupid but true. So if you have something that you want to be, you know, a stupid but true, hit us up. Let us know. We'll talk about it. You know what I mean? Stupid but true. But this is what we're doing. This is real talk uncensored. I'm Tone.
I'm Kiki.
This is what we do. See y'all next week.
Peace.
Peace.